Hello, this is Joe from Nerd in Korea. We are continuing our look at the different color sets in Magic the Gathering with our Wedge tricolors now. Then there's Wedge and Shards or Arcs. Our last video was on the Shards or Arcs, and these are the Wedge tricolors. Dual colors and tricolors are both kind of broken down into groups of 5, right? Well, there's 10 of each in groups of 5, but whatever. Anyway, yeah. These are divided into arcs or shard or wedge tricolors. Shard and tri together is shide, I guess, but anyway. We'll use the most common names for these wedges, though others exist. Okay, decks and tactics associated with the wedge tricolors varies a great deal and are hard to anticipate. I do think, yeah, it's harder to predict. Well, a lot of things you can say, oh, there's 1 or 2 prime strategies for this combination. You won't know what to expect with a tricolor. Again, if I see Boros, like if I red-white, I'm like, probably an equipment deck. You know, not necessarily, but probably. Anyway. So the 5 main wedge color combinations are made from the main color and the ones opposite it. So last time the shards were the ones beside it. So if you were talking white, it would be green, blue, white, or bant. And with white in this, we are talking white, red, black. Again, Mardu. White, red, black is Mardu. So again, there are 5 3-color combinations making the wedges, one for each base color, right? Has 2 opposite enemy pairs that can go with it. So we have Temur, Mardu, Sultai, Jeskai, and Abzan, alright? Are the different 3-color combinations that we're going to look at in this video. We're also going to talk about keywords, alright? Keywords are often used in Magic to denote a particular ability or effect. Keywords are useful as replacement for larger amounts of rules text. That's very important in Magic. Again, the cards have very limited space to write, so they use keywords to basically try and save a whole bunch of space. A lot of times it explains the keyword, in which case it's like, well, okay, why'd you have it then? But a lot of keywords are actually very important too, because you might have something that like says, hey, lifelink doesn't work, but if you gain life when it does damage, which is what lifelink does, that still works, right? So it can be very specific. Even something that says it does the same thing as a keyword is not that keyword, right? So it can be very tricky at times. Abzan. First up, Abzan. That's white, black, green. The Abzan symbol is Rorschach, I guess? But anyway. Abzan, also named Necra or Junk, features the Outlast keyword. The prime color is black. Tarkir clan color is white. Its triome is Indatha. Okay. This is a very strong color combination with access to both Orzhov and Golgari tactics. Again, this, I think, my 2 favorite 2-color combinations are Orzhov and Golgari. So this is kind of like both of them put together. The amount of renewal and also being able to get things out of your own graveyard. There's just a huge number of tactics that are very powerful and a lot of great cards that are very available in this color combination. Okay, so our first keyword is Outlast. So let's see what it does. Outlast, again, you can pay a mana, usually just 1 mana, to tap it and put a +1/+1 counter on itself. That's underwhelming. Frankly, it's not great. Again, once you tap something, you can't block with it, you can't use it, right? It's just stuck there. And it puts 1 +1/+1 counter on itself. So it will get +1/+1 forever. But is that even, you know, often paired with bonus effects for creatures with +1/+1 counters on them. So again, like this one here, each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has lifelink. So it's going to give bonuses to all the creatures, including itself, right? Yeah, each creature. Not each other creature, each creature. So it does work on itself. Alright, so you can get a lot of these effects and kind of stack them up so that all of your creatures that you've made bigger and more dangerous also have a whole bunch of combat abilities, right? So ideally, that's what you do with something that has Outlast. Again, I don't think that's not really limited only to Abzan colors, but yeah, it is a very useful tactic. Teamer, that's green, red, blue, or green, blue, red, whatever you want to say. Teamer, also named Seta or Rug, features the Ferocious ability keyword. Its primary color is blue. Tarkir clan color is green. Its triome is Ketria. Teamer combines the raw aggression of Gruul with the defensive abilities of blue. Again, I think this is another very strong one. The green-red combination makes for a lot of offense, and then blue can do a lot of the defense, right? Be a little more tricky. I think Gruul's main kind of weakness is that it is just like punching, and then blue is going to be all sneaky. So that is quite the combination. You also have red-blue, which is kind of like Spellslinger colors. That doesn't fit in here so well. I feel like that is a little bit of a mismatch there, but anyway, all right. So, Ferocious gives a better effect if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. Again, a lot of decks that's very easy to get. You know, you're going to be able to anticipate that you have a creature with power 4 or greater, particularly if you have a commander with power 4. There you go. You're probably done right there, right? But I think it is one of the easiest requirements to fulfill. And you look at here, they got Feed the Clan. This costs 5, or you gain 5 life. And if you have a creature with power 4 or greater, you gain 10 life instead. That can be a pretty huge swing, right? That can easily make the difference between winning and losing a game. Mardu, all right. Here we have Mardu. This is probably my favorite 3-color combination right here. So red, white, black. Again, we talked about this before. So its primary color is white, and then the enemy colors are red and black. So this is just very aggressive, right? I feel like it's almost the Gruul of 3-color combinations. Again, Gruul is a 2-color, red, green. This, I feel like it's almost Gruul for the tricolors, but anyway. Its symbol is those kind of like wings. I think it's wings, but anyway. Mardu, also named Dega, features the Raid ability keyword. Primary color is white, Tarkir color is red, its triome is Savai. Yeah, a great deal of aggression, but is lacking in mana ramp, card draw, and counter spells, right? They don't have green or blue. Are the colors missing? Those are kind of meta-wise two of the stronger ones, I think. So it is, again, just going out and hitting, right? I think if you're doing like a draft or something like that, Mardu is a pretty good way to go. The last time I did Mardu in a sealed, I think I won that one, so that's nice. Again, Raid. This ability gives you a bonus for an effect or an activation cost. If an effect you have, if you attack with a creature, okay? If you attacked with a creature that turn, you've got main phase 1, and then combat, and then main phase 2. So if you wait until combat, attack with one creature, even any one creature, in main phase 2, you get a bonus to all of your stuff. So this is great for aggressive decks. And this is actually, I want to pick up this card. I hadn't seen it before. So, Brazen Cannonade. And yeah, if you attack the creature this turn, exile the top card of your library. You may play that until the end of turn. So basically, it's just an extra card you can play, is what that gets you, which is very nice, especially in Mardu, because they're lacking card draw a lot of the time. So this is kind of lets you make up for some of the weaknesses that might exist in your deck. Sultai, black, green, blue. This, I think, is probably the hardest to anticipate. Like, if someone has a Sultai deck, I have no idea what to expect, really. I feel like this is the most oddball one. It's got so many different ways that you can Dimir, Golgari, and what is it? Oh, I'm spacing now. Great. Anyway, blue-green, sure. That's such a bizarre combination, though, that you can almost do anything with those colors. But anyway, Sultai, they've got this weird, like, kind of, I think, fang, tooth kind of thing as its symbol. I didn't think about how to describe these before. But anyway, Sultai, also named Anna or Bug. Okay. Features the Delve keyword ability. Its primary color is green. Tarkir's clan color is black. Its triumph is Zagoth. Sultai's tactics can vary greatly. It is mostly unpredictable color combination. Again, yeah, it is very unpredictable. If you don't want people to know what you're going to be coming in with, I think this is probably number one. It's my number one pick for, like, just being like, I have no idea what they're going to do. Delve. This keyword allows you to exile cards from your graveyard to help pay the casting costs of the card. Again, it allows you to use your graveyard kind of like a second time, right? Usually you cast your spells to go to the graveyard. Unless you can actually cast them again from the graveyard, they're kind of just out of the game. This is going to be using them to actually be able to cast spells. So here, we've got Delve. Again, every time you exile the card from your graveyard, it pays for 1. So this is 7 and a blue. Potentially for 1 blue, you can draw 3 cards. Excuse me? That's actually pretty amazing. You also get to choose which ones you exile, right? So if you don't want to exile something, you don't have to. I think that is an important thing to remember, is that you're not just exiling like the top 7. It's you choose 7, right? That can make a very big difference. Jeskai. The blue, red, white. Jeskai. Jeskai, also named Raka. Raka, okay. Features the prowess keyword. Primary color is red. Tarkir clan color is blue. Its triumph is Brogren. Jeskai is like Grixis, the most is a popular color for spellslinger combinations. Again, anything that has the blue-red, I think very spellslingery already. It commonly has bonuses for casting multiple spells in a turn. Alright, so you want to cast a lot of spells. Jeskai decks, a lot of times do that. They cast a lot of spells very quickly. That's what they're all about. Prowess. Again, we are into prowess here. I love how the text box changed so it's not the right size. Formatting fun. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Again, that adds up very quickly, right? So if you cast 3 spells, this gets +3/+3 until end of turn. I think people say until end of turn and go, well, that's not so great because it's not permanent. It's permanent if you do it every turn, right? Anyway, yeah, synergizes with the Spellslinger archetype. Again, you look at Blood Water Entity here. It also allows you to take an instant or sorcery from your graveyard and put it back onto the top of your library, so you're going to have access to it right away. Basically, this is all, more just feeding into casting, especially like cantrip decks, ones that basically use low mana cost, like 1 mana to cast a spell, and then it also draws a card. So it gets you a card, gets you a card, and you keep refilling your hand and casting low cost things, and then usually that doesn't do a whole lot on its own, but if you cast 3 spells or even 5 spells, if you're very lucky, then your creatures are getting +5/+5. Okay, that's getting scary, right? I also really like it because I think it's like people look at prowess and go, oh, it's not a threat right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. So when they're talking removal, unless they've already been buffed up that turn, they probably aren't going to get removed from the game, I think, a lot of times. Next up, we will continue with the last of the 5... not the last 5 tricolors. We just did that. The quad colors and Wooburg. Again, the quad colors, the 4 color combinations and Wooburg, right? There are 5 4 color combinations, and then there's just all 5, right? All 5 are called Wooburg. Anyway, alright, take it easy.